It is time for the Morning Mindset edition of the Live, Build, Change podcast. Once again, my name is Kerry Green, and we've been looking at the Christmas story as a means to helping us get our minds on track for the day. And the Christmas story has all kinds of personalities, real individuals who are just like us, who we can learn from in terms of their response to God's work in their lives. Because God is working every day in our lives. And it is beneficial for us to think in terms of how would I have responded had I been in that circumstance. And yesterday we introduced the account of Joseph, a man who apparently, seemingly from all we can tell, was a righteous man. He truly cared about Mary. He truly cared about what was right in this situation. And when he discovers that Mary is pregnant and yet the two of them have not consummated their marriage through sexual union yet, he's alarmed, he's concerned naturally, and it says he's a just man, so that means he wants to do what's right in the situation. But he also appears to be very compassionate because he wants to put Mary away quietly, which means he wants to remove her from the public eye. I don't know how he intended to do that, but he wanted to remove her from the stigma and the shame of it somehow. He didn't want to make a big deal about the situation. And that is when the angel of God comes to Joseph in a dream. And he verifies Mary's story for Joseph's sake, to enable Joseph to believe what Mary has undoubtedly told him, that she is pregnant by the hand of God. There's something God has done to make her pregnant, and it is with the very Son of God. And Joseph's response is so instructive for us. Joseph believes what God tells him. Joseph understands this is God's work. This is beyond my comprehension, beyond my explanation. And he got up, and it says he took Mary to himself as his wife. So here she is, pregnant, not by him. All the stigma and all the slander and disrespect that's going to come Mary's way, Joseph is taking upon himself. And it says they married, and he knew her not until she had brought forth her firstborn son. Now what that means is he did not have sexual relations with her until she gave birth to Jesus, until after that time. That shows us some of Joseph's integrity, some of his character. Joseph was willing to set aside his own personal desire, his own personal need, in order to not only serve Mary, but to fulfill the purpose of God for the two of them. And that is a very instructive thing for me. Because so often I get wrapped up in my own thinking about what is right in a situation, and that thinking is often influenced by my own perception of my need. I think, well, it's right for me to want this because I need it. It's a legitimate need. And yes, it may be a legitimate need. But the fact of the matter is God's desire for the greater good of the situation trumps my personal need. Often, that's what sacrifice is, isn't it? That's what the nature of giving yourself to the cause of God really is. And Joseph is a great example of that. And he obeyed all the way to the point of naming their son Jesus, because that's what the angel had instructed him to do. I want to ask you in your day today, where are places that you might have to sacrifice your personal needs, your personal comfort, for the sake of fulfilling God's purpose? If you're a mother or a father, you'll undoubtedly have to do this for the sake of raising your children well. If you're an employee, you may have to do this in order to serve your employer well in a way that reflects Christ. Give it some thought today and apply it to your own life. And we'll talk again tomorrow on The Morning Mindset.